People's Talk Show Live. This is a show for the people. And what I do is I'm the host. And so what I do is I go around TikTok and I sort of get to know people and I introduce people to our show. And basically I'm just a real people person and I treat it like a late night television program and I make people feel like they're a guest on a fake late night show program. So, I saw you and I just was wondering if you'd like to be on the show for a bit and maybe answer some questions.
Sure, I love answering questions.
Very cool. So, should I address? And I always make sure that I'm very careful on addressing you. Should I refer to you as Mr. Anti-Bullying? Okay. So obviously, it seems like your name reveals a whole lot of what you're kind of doing on here. Is that what you are? A strong anti-bullying advocate?
I am.
That's wonderful. So has TikTok been a good venue? I mean, a good a good way for you to sort of continue that advocacy?
It has.
Cool. So have you had have you got a big following, or, have you had any difficulty? Like, have you had a
Well,
lot of,
well, well, based off what I do, I burn through accounts. My main account is now gone. My secondary account is now gone. So,
gotcha. So you run into some difficulties with, now, is it just of content issues? Obviously.
yeah, it's content. Yeah, because I do a lot of call out videos for awareness.
Well, it's so
And
funny because, yep, I'm sorry.
evidently that's harassing and bullying when you call someone out.
It's so funny you're saying that. It must be the theme of the show. I went on a huge, which I seldom do because I make the show about the people. My identity doesn't matter. I'm anonymous. I've been that way for a year. No one knows who I am. It's always been about, I just do the show for people. But, I actually got pretty upset because my show very much, I usually kind of stay hands off. I've never been banned. I've never been violated, but this week I've done a lot on the way I've been shadow banned and treated and the way how much I get edited and loss of access to guests, how they, so I've just gone on a whole thing this weekend presenting evidence and showing it. And I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything, but it feels like the level of suppression and editorial gatekeeping and censorship is really, I mean, dude, they're giving me a hard time. I do a show where I just ask people questions like yourself. That's all I do. And they don't want me. I don't know, because I'm not driven by money. I don't do matches. I don't try to make money. I just chat with people. And I have the worst
Well,
time trying to get this content out here. It's like I can't, and you're advocating obviously for bullying, which is obviously a very critical social issue right now. And so it's so
yes,
funny.
but
This has been the hot button topic of the night. So thanks for being on here. And I'm glad, I'm sorry to hear that happens. Do you have any theories on why this happens so often?
because TikTok likes controversy.
That's not very
And
helpful.
that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Okay, you can take an anti-bullying video, compare it to a bullying video,
Right.
and the bullying video will have millions of views, while the other one might have a couple of thousand. The anti-bullying might have a couple of thousand views.
It seems like you would want to have more open dialogue. I don't know why you would want to cause, because they select on they're definitely selective. They don't just, like, for your example, it's a little more stark. It's a little, obviously for illustrative purposes, it's easy to see that. But in other capacities, it's a little more fuzzy because sometimes they don't want this type of content, which goes against other stuff. So they pick and choose what's controversial. I think that's the part that even bugs me more, because yours
Yep.
should have an equal, you definitely should. I mean, just on just sheer numbers, obviously there's plenty of people that support anti-bullying. So that's not
Well,
accurate.
absolutely.
Yeah. So,
Absolutely.
but hey, Mr. Anti-Bullying, I just do a quick meet and greet show, but now that we're connected, I always build relationships and I do special interviews as we go on. So, sometimes I have a guest back and based on a theme. So, I just got to meet you. Thank you for all the work that you do. I'm going to follow you. Please know
Well, thank you.
you're appreciated. Thanks for introducing. I hope folks got a chance to see you. That's what happens on my side. They get to see you and meet you and see you in person. And it sounds like you're doing a wonderful, just cause and helping folks in that way. So thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for being a good sport. I really appreciate it.
And, and I thank you for having me. And I
Oh,
hope you
no.
have an absolutely wonderful rest of your night.
Thank you so much, man. Have a good weekend.
You as well.
So that